Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Dylan here, and today we are going to be recreating the Adidas logo. So let's get started. First things first, I need a reference image to always see what I'm doing, but I want to increase the size of this canvas a little bit. It's too small. And also go to the A icon and delete this text right now. Go to this three dot here and click on image size and change the height to 900 pixels. So we give it 900 pixels and click on OK, and now we have a bigger canvas to work with. And so I'm going to click on the plus icon and click from gallery and bring in an image of Adidas logo I downloaded from Google. You can go ahead and go to Google and search for Adidas. You're going to click on images and download any image. And so now that I have this, or you can go to the WhatsApp group, I'll be sending this image for you to use. Now that I have this, you can click on OK. And then once you have this, I now can reduce this size up to maybe here. And then I go ahead and I don't want it to show off all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and go to this icon right here and go ahead and go to opacity, reduce the opacity as much as possible so I can just see that, and go ahead and lock this. Click on the lock icon, and that is it. And so let's start adding. We can see that what we have here are boxes that have been cut in a certain pattern. So let's go ahead and cut those boxes in that pattern. Go ahead and click on shapes, add shape, and scale the shape to be like a triangle, because those boxes look like triangular boxes. And let's go ahead and increase this so that okay. Click on that and let's give it a color. Click on color, click on enabled, and go to black and give it a black color and click on OK. And that is that. And so we need to copy. I'll click on copy twice, need three of it. And so I start moving, increase the position, move, and then make sure they have a certain spacing between them. And I'm going to now choose this other one here, and I'm going to move it as well, and okay, and I move it here and give it the same spacing between the two of them. You use this grid tool to help you know the spacing you're giving between the two of them, just like that, just like that. And if I give this spacing and I want to give a little bit of spacing, that's enough, or it's accommodating there, so it's okay. The spacing looks fine. I don't bother about the spacing up and down. I'm going to fix that up. So remove this, and now that we have that, I want to lock all of this in this. So I'm going to click on the lock, and I'm going to select the middle one here, copy it, and I'm going to give it a new color. The color should be white. So let's give it a white color. Whatever color you choose, it will still go away because we need to remove that color later. So I give it a white color and click on the move position here, increase it and move it and move it. Now you can actually increase this one in size, there's no problem. And also I bring up the grid tool, and what I want to do is I want to give it this from here, and now that is that, and I copy that again, copy. So we're going to copy that. But when you want something gets out of this border here, once you join it with something, you're going to make it cut already. So once you're dealing with text or anything, once you zoom it, don't let it go out of your canvas, and add something to it, and then you're not going to get back the same shape. It's going to cut out anything that's out of the canvas. So let's go ahead and select this once more and copy it twice. And also I want to move that, so move that to a position. Let's move that quite fast, or increase this movement. And also I want to bring in my grid, and since I gave this 1 1, it has to be immediately here, so it's the second. So I want it to have a progressive way it goes down, and so I'm going to take this last one and move it the same way. Bring in my grid tool and give it here. That should be what it should be, and this is it. So now that I have this, let's merge all this together. So click on this icon here and click this and merge all, and merge this and click on merge and merge. Like I told you, all those parts that were out of the canvas will be cut. Look at those whites, they were long, now they've cut, they're cut up. So never use zoom anything and allow it out of the canvas thinking you're going to get it back, because it won't happen. So now let's go down to erase color, click on this enabled, and immediately you click on enabled, it removes the white, and all I want to do is increase the tolerance a little bit. Okay, so we have something there to work with. And now all what I need to do is rotate this, click on this rotate bar here, we rotate this to look like that. And now we've rotated that, so it really looks like that. And so I can go ahead to the next step by adding, we don't want to go out of this, or that shape is going to cut, so I want to bring it here. And now I need to add another shape to it. So we add a shape, and this time around I bring in a shape like that. And okay, I have a shape like that, and I want to also do this. I'll click on expand the shape a little bit and click on OK. Now I want to work with this too as well. I want to rotate this one more time like that and bring it downward, and so we have something good here to work with. And that is it. Exactly cool enough. And let's go ahead, we need to merge these two. So I go ahead and add and click on the merge icon, merge these two. Remember, we don't merge the photo, only what we're working with. So we merge this, and then go back to the erase color that we just used last time and do it again. Click on this, click on enabled, and it removes the white. And then we increase the tolerance to something 19 like that, or 16 is okay. And okay, so what we have here is the shape of the Adidas logo, and that is it. We've already removed the step, and in the next phase I'm going to teach you how to bring in the text. Okay, so let's get started. Text. So text, and I'm going to move this icon, move the text. Oh, sorry, just go ahead to relative positioning, put it in the center, and bring it a little bit downward. Now I want to lock this thing, thing, and be working with the text only. So I need to now edit this text, which I'm going to go up to edit, and I'm going to write Adidas. So we are working with Adidas. So this is what we have here as Adidas, and now we need to scale this thing up, scale it up. Okay, and so I can see that the A is not the same as the reference photo. If I bring back the reference photo, for example, clicking on the reference photo and bringing back the opacity up, you're going to see that the E's are not the same like the one I have on here. And the S, the eyes has a circular dot here, where on the reference photo it has a square dot, and also there's an arrow up there. We are going to deal with that later, but let's just go ahead and work with what we have here. And so we need to go to what I text here and go to fonts and go ahead and work on fonts. Now I know from working on experience that there's a font called Caviar Dreams, which is this one here, that looks almost like the Adidas we are searching for. So this is it, except for the circular eye dot. We are going to change that, we are going to work on that, but for now I want us to have this. And since this is what we have and it is not as big as the Adidas there, so I want to make this bold. So we'll go on to this tab here, go to style and click on bold. Now it's big, and so that is what I wanted to attain. And so now that I've achieved its a bold nature, I want to go ahead and clean up this eye, this circular eye here. And I cannot clean it up because there's no eraser tool here. So and that's because it's a text and not an object. And so I need to turn this thing into an object. To turn this text to an object, just combine it with any other thing, so just merge it. So now I'm going to merge it with something, but I don't want to change anything to this, so I'm going to click a shape. I'm going to allow it as a white shape, and I'm going to click on OK, and I'm going to now move this thing, go to the shape selection tool and come down, move this, maybe come down a little bit and come down there, down, and maybe down. I just want to add something to this. I just want to merge this to that, and I click on OK, and I change the size of that to 1. Very small. It's so small you cannot even see, but if I zoom in, you'll see that it's so small. So I want it very small because I don't want it to be seen, but it was going to do something for me. I want the effect, not to be seen. So this is it. So I bring it down and it's just in between there. Nobody sees it. If I go, nobody sees that. But I'll click on the layers tab and click on merge and join this text with the box I just added, which is so small you cannot even see. So I'm going to go ahead, click on the tool, add them, merge them, click on OK. And so that is it. So we've now merged this one. We now have an object, not a text anymore. So I can come now to what I call the eraser tool. You see now Adidas now appears under object. Now I can click on the eraser tool and now I can carefully take off this I dot here. I can carefully take it off. Oh sorry, it's like I did a little bit too much of it, too much, so I can carefully take that off carefully. And so that should be okay. Okay, so I've taken the dot off. Now it's a time for me to add a square shape that looks like that exactly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the add and add a shape. And so when I add a shape, I just have to reduce it and bring it here and keep on reducing it. And then I click on OK and I have a shape there, and I click on positioning and I come down, pull it down, and also reduce the shape again. Reduce it. I want it as reduced as possible. I need to fit the shape of my eye there, so I need to reduce it. Take your time, do this. And now that we have that, I want to move this to fit this. So I have my Adidas there and my eye just fits on it very well. And so that looks like Adidas for me, and I can go ahead and merge these two again. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the merge button, merge these two, and okay, sorry, merge button, merge these two, click on merge, click on OK. And now that I have Adidas fully merged, it's time for me to add the circle and the arrow. So now let's first of all change this thing to black. So go to color, click on this, it's red right now, but just go and change this to black. And so now we can now reduce this and we have an Adidas logo that looks swelling good. It's really powerful how we can do this. And the next thing is to add a circle and an arrow inside. So what I need to do is add a shape, and instead of this, I go here and click on this arrow down here and click on the circle. And so now I have a circle, and I want to change the color to black. And now I have that, and so I have to do what I always have to do. Relative position, center is now the center, and I'm going to copy that. So copy it to have another one, and now I'll change the color to white. Change the color to white. You can put any color. I just love putting white, but you're going to remove this white. If you don't want to remove it, then you cannot put any color. So I'm going to now reduce this, and now what I'll do is that I'm going to click on the relative position. I click on center, and now it is centered. And I can maybe go ahead and reduce this further and click on center, and it's reduced like that. So probably that's what you want to do, or you can actually increase it again, center and center. Okay, then we merge both. You can now go ahead and merge both circles together, just the circles. And once it is merged, we now use the erase color tool to now enable this, and that is it. So increase the tolerance a little bit. As you increase the tolerance, discover the white around this, the edges begins to disappear, and that is why we always increase tolerance, so that we don't have that other color bumping in. So now that I have this, I want to go ahead and lock each and everything I have except for this circle right now. So I'll lock it, and I'll bring, or maybe I just make it invincible as well, and I bring in a text. So I'm going to add a text. So I'm going to go ahead and go to text size, increase the size a little bit, and then click on OK, then edit. And then what I want to do is I want to bring in an arrow, so I'm going to go ahead arrow, and it's okay. And what I need to do is bring it in here and increase the size. So maybe I should just center this. I should center that, center position, oh no, sorry, relative position, center. Then I go to the arrow, relative position as well, relative position, center as well, and I go ahead and lock the circle, and I'm working only with the arrow. So I want to increase the size of this arrow again, increase the size as much as possible. Just want the arrow to feed into the circle, and now I have an arrow that fits into the circle. It fits into the circle. Maybe I want to reduce this a little bit, so that it fits better into that circle there. And what I will do is click on the arrow and relative position, center, and then sorry, the center doesn't really work there because it allows some spaces upward, so maybe we'll work with that and allow it that way. And then go back to layers, click on the arrow, and then go ahead to color and change the color to black. Once that is done, click on OK, merge both. Once you click on the merge and you merge this circle with the arrow, and click on merge and click on OK. Okay, now that we have something close to what we wanted, it's probably time we now reduce this in size. Okay, so we can now reduce this in size and then bring up what we were working with ever since. So let's bring those invisible things, bring them here. And so maybe move this one from being locked up and carry it upward and lock it back there, or maybe make this one invincible. Okay, so I maybe want just the text, so the text have not to be locked. And let's go ahead and reduce this size as much as possible. Then I have to carry it, reduce it again, and then move that position downward, and then move it again downward, and just some few pixels up, and some few pixels to the side and up again. And this looks like what we wanted, and so now it's okay. So that is fine, as it's good, it's already okay. And I can go ahead and merge this and merge the text now with this arrow. So I go ahead and merge this and click on the merge tool and click on OK. So now I have that, and what I need to do is expose the Adidas logo now in full. So by now clicking on this, and let's go back to the layers and now unveil this and unlock this as well. And so I have something here that looks quite okay. It looks like what we have as the Adidas logo, which is very a good approximation to the Adidas logo, except for the fonts were not good enough. But you can always download fonts on Google and bring into Pixellab. You can bring new fonts to Pixellab and go ahead and experiment with this. So this is what we have as Adidas, as big as it is. Now I can go ahead and take away my reference photo. I can go ahead and take it off. I don't need it anymore, and so I can delete it. And so this is what I have here, and I just need to do this. I need to put this at the center up there, and also center this one out. So that's what I have. And when you create a logo, you want to save what is called a PNG file. A PNG is the logo only without a background. So you need to go to the background tab here and click on transparent background. So now this is a PNG. So if you click on save and you click on save as image, and you go ahead. You're going to see format here. It says PNG. Now you can change it to JPEG, but you should allow it to PNG, and click on, and always save everything as ultra, because that's the highest level. And so you click on save, and it goes ahead and saves it into your mobile phone, and you can use this. And also, if you want to maybe use it on a green background, you can also see how your logo looks on a green background, or on a yellow background, or maybe on a blue background, or on a black one. Black one, nothing is going to happen. On a white, very nice. And for me to know you did this, it's okay. Now you cannot submit your work to me. If you want to submit your work to me, guys, go ahead and click on this text icon here, and now go ahead and put in your name. So this is it. Now go ahead and put in your name in here. So I'm going to go ahead and edit that. I'm going to put Dylan DiCaprio. So that is it, and I have to move that. So you don't need that doesn't have to be really big, but we give it a black color as well. And also give it some size. For now I just want some little size to work with here, to grab, and then we can take this size back down to that, and that little size. And so I have to move it now to a better position. So let's go ahead and move it, and now that it's there, I can now bring it down there. And also, okay, since my name is now there, I can now save it as an image as well, and then go ahead and save this. And so it's saved as an image, and then you can now submit it to me. So guys, that was now creative, and we have now successfully recreated the Adidas logo. Let's go ahead and create another one in the next video. Bye bye.